Hello, Enrich. How are you guys doing? I miss you all so very much, and I hope you're doing really, really well. I wanted to take a minute just to bring you guys a video to give you information about Enrich's fall plan. I know you've probably been anxious, maybe, I hope, to hear what our plan is. And I felt like it'd be easier just to communicate it on a video instead of writing out a very long email for you to read. Um, so, I will let you know that after much planning, praying, and lots of discussions and board meetings over the summer, the board of directors has decided that Enrich will be meeting in person this fall. Yay! We will be meeting in person, and I'm sure you won't be surprised to hear that things will be pretty different at Enrich. We have worked really hard to come up with a plan that we feel will meet the greatest need that our members have right now, and that's just staying connected. So that is our main focus of our time that we're going to be together. We have also worked really hard to take precautions to ensure that our members feel comfortable and safe while they're at Enrich. So, as I said, a lot of things are going to be different, but we are excited about those changes, and I hope that you will be too. I do want to make very clear that the changes we're making for Enrich are temporary changes, and we do plan to go back to our the way that we normally and typically meet and do classes just as soon as we're able to. But for this semester, we're going to be launching what we're calling Enrich workshops. So at Enrich, we're used to meeting on Friday mornings, and we're used to having opening session together, and then we have our first hour and our second hour, and our snack, and then our third hour. So this fall, things are going to be different, as I said, and we're only going to be offering one class hour. The reason that we decided on this change is because safety is a really big deal to us. We want to keep our families safe, and we want to keep you safe. Therefore, we have made the very difficult decision to put our prospective members, those who are interested in joining Enrich, potential new members, we've decided to put those requests on hold for right now. Not allowing new members to join this fall means less exposure to others, and it means a smaller group, smaller sizes, smaller numbers. But what that also means is less teachers. And as you know, we need a lot of teachers, a certain number of teachers, to be able to offer as many classes and options as we're used to having. And with a smaller number of members and participants and smaller number of teachers that we will have this fall, we're not going to be able to offer classes as we did before, so we won't be able to have the 3 class hours. But we will have our 1 hour that we will be very grateful for. We know this will be an adjustment for all of us. We're just really focusing on being thankful that we have an option to meet in person. Another big change that we're going to be making is the way that we offer classes. So what you're used to as a member is being asked to teach one class each week for a 10-week semester. However, with the uncertainty that we're facing in our world right now, we thought that it would better serve our community to have a more flexible plan. What we would really hate to do is to ask you to prepare 10 weeks of lessons that you end up not being able to utilize if there comes a time where we're no longer able to meet in person, which we know may in fact happen. Therefore, we will be offering workshops instead of the 10-week classes. So here's how that's going to work. We will be offering 8 weeks instead of our typical 10-week semester, and we're going to have sign-ups in groups of 4 weeks at a time, and that just gives us the flexibility to not be planning so far ahead, just because of the uncertainty that we have. So we're going to offer a sign-up sheet just as soon as we're able with the first 4 weeks. And then towards the end of that 4 weeks, we're going to offer the sign-up sheet for the following 4 weeks. So here's what a sign-up sheet will look like, and it's a very simplified plan, which creates a whole lot of flexibility. So what you'll see is we have our normal same age groups as we're used to having. We have our preschool group, we have our kindergarten through 2nd grade group, our 3rd through 6th grade group, and then we have our youth group. And so instead of teaching your 10-week class, what you will do is end up just teaching several workshops to the age group of your choice. How many workshops you will need to offer really is going to depend on how many members we have participating. So the exact number is not something that we're able to give right now. But what you'll do is you'll choose your date, you'll choose your age group, and then you'll choose a topic or an idea for your workshop and then submit it to the board. The workshops themselves are just going to be individual standalone classes, which really, that is super exciting to me because it gives you the ability to be just crazy creative, over the top creative with all kinds of different options there. But I wanted to show you how we're going to do this. So let's say, for example, that Jenny Myers wants to teach a PE class to the K through 2 class on September 18th. So we'll just plug her in there, September 18th, in the K through 2, and she'll be teaching PE. And let's say that Tiffany Alf says that she would be super excited to teach the 3rd through 6th a workshop about outer space. So we would just plug her in here on September 25th, the 3rd through 6th, and she'll be teaching about outer space. And we'll just fill all these up together as a team, and we'll come up with our schedule that way. And again, once we have this finished up and we're towards the end of these 4 weeks, we'll have a new one for the second group of 4 weeks. Yes. So, some of you may be already super excited thinking about some of the workshops that you might like to teach, and some of you may be thinking, I have no idea what I would even teach. I will let you know that we are compiling a list of topics or ideas for workshops for those of you who would find that helpful. So on that workshop, you may have already noticed that our K through 2 and our 3rd through 6th are together in each column. And what you're used to seeing are 2 separate class options for the K through 2 and the 3rd through 6th. So you may be wondering if that means if the K through 2 and 3rd through 6th will be together on Enrich mornings, and the answer to that is yes. So again, working with less members means our age groups, the kids we have in our age groups, there's less in each one, so it's easier to group them. And also, because we have less teachers, it's, we can stretch them further when we put them together in the same age group. Plus, they kind of get to see each other a little more, which is exciting for them. We know some of your kiddos might be really bummed because they're used to getting options about their classes and they get excited to pick. We really hope that because we're doing this workshop style that they're able to get excited about the idea of having a new teacher each week and a new topic each week, and that will kind of offset that not being able to pick their class. Yeah, so I lost my place. Okay, so yes, we will be offering 1 class hour each Enrich morning, and that seems like kind of a bummer to us because we like spending a little more time together. So we are going to be offering an optional hour after that class hour that member families who want to stay and just have some unstructured socialization time can stay and do just that. we just ask that you would save your snacks for the car ride home. We'll have our class time, and then we'll have our optional kind of hangout, games time, socialize time, and then if your kiddos need snacks, just enjoy them on the way home. We're really trying to minimize cleanup this semester, but we're also trying to minimize exposure to our members that might come from potential snack sharing, as we know some of our little ones do sometimes. So just for clarity, we will not have a snack time this semester at Enrich. So one thing that isn't changing about Enrich is that we are still a cooperative, and we still rely on everyone working together to be able to pull off meeting together and offering these workshops for our kiddos. So that means that we do expect all of our members to participate in offering these workshops. So we do expect you to teach a workshop instead of teaching your 10-week class. All right, so let's talk about class fees. How will that even work if we're doing these workshops? As I said, we really wanted to keep our plan as simple as possible this semester. We knew it was going to need to be a simple plan for us to be able to make it work this semester, and therefore we have decided to waive all class fees for our workshops. So your kiddos will not have to pay to be able to attend any of the workshops this semester. Yay! What that also means, though, is that there won't be teacher reimbursements. So we feel like the cost of purchasing any additional supplies that you may need for a workshop that you want to offer to the age group that you've signed up to teach to will be offset by not having to pay for your children to participate in any workshops. With that said, if you really are excited about teaching a workshop and there are materials that you need or supplies that you need to teach it that are more expensive than you're able or willing to invest in for that class or that workshop, please talk to the board. Please come and talk to us before you sign up and just let us know, what it is so that we can investigate some options together. We really want you to be able to teach something if you're excited about doing it. So let's talk about safety. Enrich has decided we're doing several things to address the general safety of our members. First of all, we're going to be meeting outdoors for as long as possible. We know that at some point we may face some rainy days or some colder weather that may force us indoors, but we're going to be outside just as long as possible. We will also have hand sanitizer available, and we will be doing temperature checks just to ensure that all of our members are healthy and able to participate. We're going to have a no contact forehead thermometer that we can use for that. I know that some of these changes may be difficult and might require some flexibility to adjust to. We really want to prioritize safety, and we're really doing our best to just to find the positives in it and to be thankful for the opportunities that we have, even amidst changes, which are tough. We are also asking that teachers really consider what materials are needed for your workshops. So we're asking that you steer away from workshops that would require shared manipulatives or shared materials or supplies. So each of the students will come with their backpacks as they typically would, and they'll have their basic supplies list. Since we're meeting outside, we're going to add a clipboard to your basic supplies list. More information on supplies list later, but each student will have those things in their backpack that they're used to having. But if your class requires additional supplies, you want to do a craft or an art class, that's fine, as long as the supplies can be handed to each individual student separately. But if you want to teach a workshop that requires them to share manipulatives or share supplies, we just ask you to steer away from those to limit exposure also. We know that some of you might feel really hesitant about the thought of committing to Enrich right now. just because you don't know how you're going to feel about attending Enrich in person in 2 weeks or in a month. And we know that things are changing often, and our feelings sometimes are changing often about our comfortability level with being in public places. We want you to know that we have purposely structured Enrich the way we have this semester, so that our members would be allowed to take a break from Enrich should they need to. At Enrich, we value each other and we support each other as a community. And if a member no longer feels comfortable enough to participate, we will view their absence as a time away, regardless of how long the absence is. Even if it's the end of the semester, we're going to view it as a time away rather than a withdrawal from Enrich. We are not operating under normal circumstances, and we have a lot of grace for that. We want all of our members to feel the ability to come and connect, but we also want them to feel the ability to step away if they need to without feeling as if they're leaving Enrich in a bind. This flexible workshop style will give us the ability to do just that, should it be needed. So now that we've addressed the major parts of the plan to meet, I want to announce that Enrich has a very big and very exciting announcement. We have moved. Enrich has moved. So while our previous host, Harvest Bible Chapel, was generously and graciously willing to host our co-op, we were made aware of an opportunity to utilize another host facility. And we felt that it would be in our best interest to pursue this opportunity because it would offer us a very large indoor gym space, as well as an outdoor playground and additional inside classrooms for future use. And therefore, Enrich will be meeting at Moundford Free Methodist Church. And we are very excited and very appreciative and thankful for this opportunity. We feel like it'll be a really good partnership for us, and we're really looking forward to the change. So I'm sure that some of you may have lingering questions still, like what about sub-plans? If I sign up for a workshop and then our family is ill or chooses not to participate, what about inclement weather? What's our plan? What about orientation? Will we start at the same time each morning as we did before? When can we sign up for workshops? How will we sign up for workshops? Where is Moundford Free Methodist Church located? So I want to assure you that more information about all of those things and all of the details will be released to you once you have all filled out the survey that's linked in this email. We want to get some more information from you, and then we'll be releasing more information back to you. You guys, we are really super excited about the opportunity just to be together again this fall. We're really looking forward to seeing your faces and just enjoying the really privilege that it is to be together. If you have any questions that I didn't address here that are major concerns for you, I just ask that you would reach out to a board member. You can send an email, you can send a Facebook message, you can call just any time, any questions you have. And in the meantime, be well, and I'll look forward to hearing from all of you. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.